Hello, 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 hello out there. How's everybody doing? It's everybody's favorite conservative in New York, Christopher, right? And it's here to present you with one of my infamous walk and talks. First things first, though, something I meant to do a couple weeks back, but I keep forgetting every time I do my videos, so I'll be brief. What we're going to talk about today is going to be Colin Kaepernick again. As you guys know, I already mentioned him in the past. I recommend before you watch the video, if you haven't seen my previous video on Colin Kaepernick, go take a quick look at that and come back to this one, because I'm not going to touch upon information I've already touched on in the previous video. So just want to give you a quick heads up. But before I go there, just wanted to thank Brandon Strzok from the Walkaway movement. A couple weeks back, I went to a private event of his that he hosted, and I was invited by him and a few other guests, and I attended the event. It was a great event. He had me come up and speak in front of the audience. Very enjoyable. He stayed afterwards. Very social man. Very nice. Very good dude, man. And he talked to me for a bit and told me about the march we're doing in October. So, just a quick shout out to the Walkaway movement. Without them, I wouldn't be here at all. So, give them props where they need to be given. And also, Shala, she was out there as well. So you can check her out, Shalala, on her YouTube channel. But she was there as well, and she said something to the crowd as well. So just want to throw that out there. So, back to the original subject is the whole Colin Kaepernick situation. And the issue what we're having there is, as you know, I'm sure everybody knows out there in the country right now, he is the face for their new campaign ad for Nike. Oh gosh, of all people, right? Yeah. So they make him the new face, the new ad they have, and the new campaign ad is believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything. So that was the message that he had to deliver. Of all people, he had to deliver that message. What did he have to sacrifice, really? I don't know. Since he wasn't a starting quarterback, he didn't sacrifice his position. Since he was offered, a chance to keep playing football from other teams after the 49ers got rid of him, he didn't sacrifice his football career. So the wealth, the money, no, he was born into wealth pretty much. He was adopted as a young child, raised by a very rich, prominent family, grew up with money, always had money. So what did he sacrifice? I'm still not sure. So that is what we're talking about today. So that leads me into my next point, which is victimhood mentality. This is the problem I'm having. I mentioned it a little bit with the LeBron James video, but I'm going to mention it again. And I'm just going to bring it back up because people with the LeBron James video seemed like they didn't get the overall message I was trying to say. They were trying to flip it and, oh, what's the victimhood mentality? Well, I'm going to be more specific. What the victimhood mentality is, and what the issue I'm having with everything is, if you take a look at it, a lot of these athletes, these professional athletes making great money, I mean millions of dollars a year, Colin Kaepernick's of the world, LeBron James of the world. The issue I'm having with these athletes is they're always trying to claim, that they're oppressed and their life is so difficult, but they're living these kosher lives in these mansions in LA. And what I'm having when they come out and they act like they're oppressed, I'm not saying there's people in this country that aren't dealing with some kind of form of oppression. There's always going to be people, unfortunately, that are going to be just dealing with issues in life. It's just the way life is. But the issue I'm having with everything is, these young guys growing up, these young minorities growing up, when you come out and say, I'm oppressed and my life is so tough and there's no way I can make it, and, as a black man in this country, I'm just always going to be oppressed. What are you telling the youth? Why are they going to work hard? Why are they going to put effort? Yes. How you doing, ma'am? Need a lighter? Oh, I don't know if I got one on me. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't got one on me. I apologize. You have a good day, though. All right. So just somebody asked for me a lighter. So hey, sorry about that. But anyways, it happens when you walk and talks. Things like that happen sometimes. But anyways, so with that said, you guys are telling the youth you're oppressed. Your life is so difficult. Things can never go right. There's, oh, what am I going to do? And what does the youth hear when you say that? They hear, there's no hope for me, and this guy's a professional athlete, and if he's struggling, and his life is hard, and as a black or a minority, what hope do I have as a person living, in the inner city or living in even middle class, anywhere as a regular citizen in this country? What hope do you have when these professional athletes that you look up to are telling you that they're oppressed and their life is so difficult. So that's the issue I'm having. That's why it's victimhood mentality. If you really want to help out your community, what you would tell them is how you became successful. And I remember when I was younger, and I would watch players like Michael Jordan, once again, bring him up, Jerry Rice, Joe Montana, you know, the list goes on, Deion Sanders. When these guys would come out and do interviews and they would ask them, you know, about their careers, they said, you know, thank God for being where they're at. You know, without him, anything's possible. They had to work hard, had to practice, they had to learn, they had to build to become these great athletes. And that's the truth. And so they're telling people, at that time it was me as a youth, like, this is how you get where I'm at. So they're telling you the truth of how to earn that position in life. And now these athletes are coming out and just saying to youth, oh, you know, just violence out here. Oh, my life is so hard, and oh my gosh, every day is oppression and all that. You're not telling the youth the truth about how you got into that position in your career. And they're gonna go out and hear that message and run out in the streets and march and protest, you know, destroying people's, you know, materials, property, and all that good stuff. And then they're gonna get the felony, and then they're gonna have no career outside of even sports. They're not gonna have a regular middle class, upper middle class career because of that felony. So this is what the problem I'm having with a lot of these athletes coming out acting this way, is you guys are creating, like I said, victimhood mentality. Instead of having the victor mentality like you should have, because you are technically a victor if you're a professional athlete in any sport. Even if you don't win a championship, that's a victor just to get to that position. So you should be telling the youth how you got there, not telling them that you're oppressed and your life is hard and there's nothing you can do. That's BS. So that's why I bring up the victimhood mentality. Now, if you even look when it came to Colin Kaepernick, the whole issue after the 49ers let him go, and you know, it was like his team's going to pick him up. If you look at what happened at my hometown, Baltimore Ravens, you know, they had Ray Lewis was talking to, you know, he was talking, what was his name? Steve Biscotti, I believe his name was. I'm bad with names, but you know, him and the owner there were speaking about signing Colin Kaepernick, and things were like, you know, the ball was rolling, things were about to get done, and then remember his girlfriend came out and did that meme, excuse me, did that meme of Ray Lewis and Steve, and the meme was them on top, got giving each other a hug, and then on the bottom it was the scene in Django Unchained with Samuel L. Jackson and Leonardo DiCaprio when he was giving him a hug after he got shot at the end. So pretty much saying like, you know, Ray Lewis, you're Uncle Tom, and you know, there's your master right there. That's what that meme pretty much was saying. So after that, you know, Ray Lewis even had to come out and say, hey man, look, we were going to sign you guys, man. We were going to sign, not you guys, but we were going to sign Colin Kaepernick. Everything, you know, we literally had the paperwork in hand when that tweet came out with that meme. So after that happened, like, what do you guys expect us to do now? Come on, give us a break here. You just insulted the team, insulted, in my opinion, the greatest football player to play on the Ravens, Ray Lewis. They insulted him. So what did you expect to happen after that? So are you really going to say is oppression is that you're not in the league, or say because your stupidity and your girlfriend's stupidity? It's because we're not in the league. So let's be honest here. So quit acting like it's because you're mixed, not even black, you're mixed. So I don't even talk about that. But anyways, so after Nike pretty much made that ad and made this announcement, what's the first thing that happened? Their stock took a $5 billion hit. What does that tell you? You know, the people, once again, are talking to the mainstream media, who's always trying to shove things down our throats. We do not want this. You know, is $5 billion hit in your stock market enough for you to realize that? We do not want it. Now, if you look at when the Democrats try to do the same thing on the other side with In-N-Out Burger, they try to, let's boycott In-N-Out Burger and see what happens. You see In-N-Out Burgers, they're doing great. The numbers are booming there. You know, their customer service is on point. Everything's going great for them. So it looks like their little boycott backfired. While ours, ask Nike about ours, $5 billion hit in that stock market. I'm sure they're feeling that a little bit. And it ain't done yet. Trust me, Nike. Doing something that's stupid, you know. But anyways, there's an athlete I want to talk about that I feel, you know, he fits the image of somebody who should be on the front cover of, you know, Nike, or, you know, the spokesperson for Nike in their new campaign, especially with that kind of message, the slogan they have, should be Jason Brown, the former St. Louis Rams player, and now retired. And, you know, he left the league with a $37 million a year contract. He left to be a farmer, and, you know, he went and bought a 1,000 acre farm, grows fruits and vegetables on that, and every first harvest, you know, he takes his produce and he gives it to food pantries in the area for its first harvest. And, you know, in case you haven't noticed, that's Judeo-Christian belief system there with the first harvest that goes back to Old Testament. So I'm not saying that's exactly where he got it from, but that is a Judeo-Christian belief that he's doing there. So the man deserves credit. The man deserves respect. He's a true role model, and he's somebody Nike should be putting out there for the public to respect and, you know, look up to. So that's just my opinion. And, you know, that especially goes when it comes to Nike, because Nike, you know, they're trying to act like they're this whole high and mighty, oh, you know, no oppression, you know, we're for the people kind of company. But you guys are, you know, since I was a child, since when I was a youth, I remember you guys had issue with child labor. You guys always have issue with child labor. We know that. Everybody knows Nike knows, you know, they have child labor issues in other countries with low, you know, underpaid employees, you know, just all kinds of different forms of abuse that Nike's infamous for. So now they want to be talking to the public about, oh, we're about freedom and no oppression and all that, when they oppress their employees every day at work. So that's, once again, BS. So today's walk and talk is pretty much today, the whole situation with Colin Kaepernick, and, you know, just how, once again, just, you know, Nike's just being the next business in line to just deny what the American people want, and they're going to pay the price for it. So it is what it is, and I have no complaints about that. So everybody enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you enjoyed today's walk and talk. And again, if you like the content, please remember to like and subscribe the video and share as well. Get it out there to people, let everybody kind of, you know, get my message out there. I'll be appreciated, because that's the best form we have to fight the, you know, the mainstream media and all them. It's just spread the word. So thanks for everybody for your time, and God bless everybody out there and watch my video, and God bless America.